What up, y'all? This is your girl Cheryl coming from the Go Getter Circle. Today, I want to talk about sex appeal. What is it? Who has it? And who don't? Well, people dream of being that girl that has the best sex scenes, the best sexy voice. I mean, these are dreams of people, and I don't want to act like it's not a true thing. Uh, since I've been an adult, it's been about sex selling or sexiness or just, having that sexy body that everybody identifies with somebody else with. Let's go get the sexy girl, you know. That's what it's been about. And I do not take it lightly, seriously, that it is something people want so badly. They want people to look at them these ways. Um, I mean, and it's been since the beginning of time, like with Jesus with the lady at the well. It was a sex sale campaign, a sex sale ad, and even he was like, you don't have what it takes to be that sexy, okay? So you probably should go sit down and watch the ones that are so sexy. And I think that's exactly what he did, because it sold. And it's been selling ever since. And I do remember being younger, and I never really thought about being sexy. It hadn't entered my mind yet until I got an adult and understood what all this stuff was about. But I do know I have done my share of sex scenes in a movie. I mean, seriously. I've I have done them and I've done them well. I did one today, and people can't wait to see what it is all about. But I don't know any way else to put it, but it was just a sexy old move scene. People have propositioned me to be the star in their sex movies, but just because they do don't mean you have to accept it. I'm good with the one person I do that with, so but that's what it is, and it's just a simple way to put it. I'm not gonna be like on TV doing it like that, but we are fortunate enough today to have our own TV channels on YouTube to promote our own sexiness, our own sex appeal. And you wonder why some people's numbers are astronomical, and then you wonder why some people's numbers are at a standstill. And don't look me up because you wouldn't be able to tell which one I am. So, uh, but that's what it is about sex. It sells. For some, it does. For some, I don't know. They are directed to the health department. That's the kind of selling they do. Stay away sales. You can't get your ratings up kind of sales. uh, for whatever reason, we are born into these things. Not that I dreamed of being a sexual person or a sexual being or a sexual icon, but somehow I was thrown into this lifestyle, and all I could do is find a life vote. Um, and just learn how to deal with it, learn how to use it to the best of my ability, to my advantage, and that's what I have done. If you look at my history, look at my life as it is today, I am in a sex appeal movie. And there's no other way to put it. We can go on all day, all night, trying to think about what it must mean. And at the end of the day, that's what it means. Somebody's wanting to pay for a sex scene with Cheryl. I don't mean to sound conceited. I don't mean to sound like, just out there bad, but that's what it is. It don't take long. Just do what you need to do. And I don't know. Before someone was like, no porn at my hotel. And, then it was like, okay. I don't know how, I try to live my life as an example. Not a bad example, a good example, because I'm not like a stripper or anything or a prostitute. I mean, I've been dealing with the same person for, I know, 10, 11 years, so I'm not like promoting just going to get random guys to sleep with or anything. But when we're talking on a daily about girls and who likes who and whatever, not like in relationships wise, just who thinks who is better at doing something, and then you get mad when you're not ever chosen for anything. I know people dream, like I said, about being that face that everybody associates with something else, but it has been harder to pull off than people had expected. It's hard to see a icon, and no matter if you've tried to be exactly like them or do things like them, it's hard for the icons followers or fans or whatever they may be to them to look at somebody else like they do the person they think is the best. It's just hard. It's hard to associate it. It's hard to say somebody's name and then think about somebody else. It is just not. I mean, I understand people really tried to come up with that and do that, but it just hasn't been, unless you guys look exactly alike or twins, it'll be hard to do that. It's something I never ever thought about until I was like in my 30s, and I realized that's what people was trying to do. Is like, and then I can tell you if somebody's doing it. I can say, well, you don't even know if that was the right person you was looking at. It could have been a double. It could have been a dummy. It could have been we have all these dumb things. And the point is, unless they look exactly alike, you cannot even entertain that thought. You cannot, unless something strikes you weird, strange about the person you thought was that person, unless, you cannot begin to think of somebody else. I don't know. That's one thing people could like stop beating their head up on the wall over. I mean, because it's just not something you can do. I mean, because I can come back and say, I don't even deal with the type of people you deal with, so I know we're not looking the same. But anyway, like I said, people try so many things to be that go-to sex appeal type of person, and it just ain't happening. Not in this day and age when everything is so, you don't even have to go. Before, you had to do those things. Before YouTube and all these extra things where you can do it yourself. Before, you needed that extra hand or extra help for somebody to, hey, put me on or make them think of me when, But now, since we have these things where you can do it yourself, they call them DIYs, do-it-yourself things. I mean, that kind of took all the fun out of the make-believe world. It's no longer make-believe. That is the real person. I want to talk to the real person. I don't want to talk to a half-ass owner. I want to talk to the real owner. I don't want to talk to the person who can't get me nothing. I want to talk to the person who is writing the script. I mean, that's who I want to talk to. I don't want to be bothered with what it could have been, what should have been, or I might have been. But give me the person I need to talk to. When you're calling in about a bill, you don't want to talk to all these people who can't give you the right answers. Give me the person who can give me the right answer so I can be satisfied with what I'm doing and what I got. And that's the end of the discussion. And there's no other way to put it. I don't want to go in and buy a drink from the wino. I want to buy the drink from the person who got it bottled up. That's who I want to do business with. I mean, anyway, I'm just rambling on and on and on because sex appeal, people have been beating their heads up over the wall. Like, if I can run up some stairs and it can be sexy, the next thing you know, everybody and their mama is trying to be sexy, okay? And this is exactly what I'm talking about. Who are we thinking about when you running up them stairs, Who are in your mind are you trying to beat when you running up my stairs, okay? So, and this is what I'm talking about when we're saying sex sells. You can make it look so effortlessly sexy, whereas other people are trying hard to just get any point of view across. But I don't know. Like I said, it's not something you can just wake up and say, I'm sexy, and people say, okay, it's an NFL game, her top fell off, she's sexy. Because the story after that was, no, you're not sexy. I don't know why we did that or whatever. I don't know what the purpose was, but after that, wasn't nobody like throwing no rolls your way. So, and by the time they did, it was just like, what? Who? I'm sorry. You probably need to go find somebody else. And this is just the true thing. And I could do it all day long, talk about it, and sex appeal is waiting for me around some corner. Just waiting. I don't know. But you tell me what you think about sex appeal and how you've been treated when it comes to sex or the appeal of sex. Do people look at you in a sexual way? Does it bother you because not everybody wants to be looked at as that way. I do a role, and that's the only person I want to be looked at in a sexual way, but I don't want everybody approaching me to be sexual with. That's not what I'm into this for. Like I said, I was thrown into this arena for whatever reason, and I use it to my advantage. I don't let people use it to their advantage. That's was the dividing factor, because you could come out that way, but then somewhere along the way you will get mad about it. It's sometimes people want it so bad that they'll do anything to be looked at as that type of person, and then they'll get mad when that's all people think of them as. Like I said, I've been dealing with the same person for a long time, so I did never grow up to be like, every time you turn around, I want people to be like approaching me that way or anything. It's just a way I was born, and I deal with it, but I do make sure this is not a open call type of thing. I don't want everybody talking to me about sex. I don't want to be salt and pepper, let's talk about sex. I don't want to do none of that. This is about as far as I am going with talking about sex. I do on my own channels. That's what, I don't want to be a porn star, so to speak. If you look, most times you look at it, you know exactly what's going on, but I don't want to be on HBO doing the whole ball team or nothing like that. But so, anywho, you tell me your thoughts about sex appeal and how it bothers you, or does it bother you, or do you want that star in sex appeal role, or do you want to be invited to a sex toy party or a sex party? I don't know. It's a touchy subject once you start talking about sex and things like that. But sometimes it's just something you need to talk about, clear the air, get things out the way, and we'll just see what goes on from there. Everybody's dying to see what happens next. Who gonna do what next? Who's having sex next? Next. This is the next level talk, okay? But yeah, hit me back up. I'm sorry I don't have anything else to say about it. It could be juicier, I'm sure. People want the juice. The juice has come out, is how they're gonna put it. But so, yeah, it's been juicy. I gave the details. I don't think I can do too much more about it. I was born this way, and you hit me back next Tuesday and we'll talk about something else. Thanks for listening.